All right, everybody, how are you? Back, Problem Fixed here. We're gonna try something a little bit different today. I'm gonna trim my dog up and teach you how to trim your dog up. I've got a miniature Schnauzer that I'm be working on today, and dogs are very expensive to trim. So instead of taking them in and doing it, you can learn how to do it yourself today. So I've done it, and I've been saving a lot of money by just doing it myself. It's really actually super simple if you get the right clippers. What I have here myself that I've really liked, because I've tried a couple of different ones, is the Andis. They're wireless clippers that you just plug in, charge, and then go. I've tried other ones that you actually, electric clippers, and they're a little bit harder to work with the dog and the type of fur that they have. So these ones though have been amazing. So I like these ones. They're like 50 bucks, not that expensive, and they work wonders. So they don't. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with his body. I'm gonna start with his body here, and then I'll go from the body, we'll go to his head, and then I'll kind of get a little bit of his legs from there. So we'll start there and get him going. Finn's a pretty good dog when I do him. He understands what he needs to do. He just lays down and chills while we go. So some dogs are a little finicky, but our dogs are pretty good. All right, so we'll just start here, just start in the middle. And he's thick, like I said, so I get cruising through. And really, it's pretty simple. You just kind of like fly through. Like I said, if you have got some good clippers. And you just kind of get the body, kind of go in a quick motion. And just make sure you don't have any lines like this. Tighten up the skin. And just kind of fly through. And when you have good clippers, it actually makes a huge difference, because then you can go faster. If you have clippers that don't do a good job, you're going to be going really slow, and it's going to catch their skin, it's going to catch the fur, and you're not going to be able to go as fast. Trust me, I've learned. All right, now I'm going to have him stand up a little bit. He likes to just be lazy. So now I can get this side here. And when you have a dog that already kind of has that line, that miniature Schnauzer line, it's really easy to be able to just go to that line where you're at. But if not, turn over here, Finn. Usually you start here and you have a little bit of a hill there, and it goes down right here, and you kind of just go to a little angle, a little V right here, where they walk in both these areas where their legs are. And then you kind of just create a little V there. And then just kind of keep going from there. And shave it down. And I keep his collar on here because I don't have one of those nice fancy dog clipper tables yet, but we'll invest in one of those shortly. And then I also have one of these combs, so that when it gets to the point where all the hair is falling down, I just kind of comb it out and it comes out. Just kind of like that. All right, there you go, just like that. We got the one side pretty much done on the body. Especially when he's got thick fur. My other Schnauzer, his name's Bo. He is a lot easier to do because he doesn't have as thick as fur as Finn. So he's very, very quick to do. Where Finn, this fur is super thick, as you can tell, and it takes a few times to kind of do a one or two over. So I've gotten to his neck here. I just kind of pull his collar over to do that. And we'll go down to his neck to about here, and then I can show you guys how I do his head. And then one little tip and trick you want to do every once in a while is turn this off. Turn your clippers off and just feel the head and make sure it's not too hot so it doesn't burn the dog's skin, things like that. And that's pretty good. And I also do mine on you have a few separate blades on this. I did mine on the second one up. If you want to do yours all the way up and get a real fine cut for your dog, very, very close to the skin, you can do that too, but I like to go one down. All right. Now we'll turn him over to the other side real fast. All right, Feeny, Fawny, Fawny, let's turn you over. You hear him calling me. You hear me calling him a bunch of names, because at our house we like to call our dogs lots of different names, and they know their names. He doesn't like his bum to get clipped, so he'll try to sit down on me. Watch this. Watch this. He's going to sit down. I guarantee it. Here comes the sit down. Here we go. There you go. He sat down. Hey, you're going to sit up. Hey, sit up. There you go. We're almost done. No, I promise. We'll be done fast. We'll be done fast. Just stand up. If you stay stand up, you're going to be done fast. So I just go around these legs here, and what I'll do when I go around the legs here is I just kind of like make it a close trim here. Stand up. One up, 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 up. Is I just go, so I'll go around here and then I'll actually get really closer to the skin here and kind of bring that line that I made here around. So I've made this line here, and I'll bring it around to the back, and have his back legs actually define that line a little bit down the back, because he's kind of a poopy dog. So this is just the look I like for this Schnauzer. I have a different look for my other Schnauzer, but if this is the look that you want, you know, go ahead and use it, but this is just the one that I have for this little guy, okay? So now the body's done. I'll get to this here in a minute. But now we'll go to his head. So I'll bring his collar back. And then basically what I do is I just kind of come up and over to the top. Just about midway, because it's just not getting in its face too much. Same thing. Kind of keep his ears out of the way for a minute. There we go. So kind of come up halfway to the top of his head. And then I bring his head up and I get under his neck here. Bring his beard out, and I go about halfway up and match his, because you want his beard to be hanging down. So I just go up there about where his ears are there. Come on, hold up, put your hair up. And I bring his collar up. He just had a treat, so he's probably trying to swallow it. And then I'll bring, so he's got this little beard that he likes to poop his chest out and look like he's a tough guy. So I like to keep his chest a little bit there. Plus it's nice and soft. So I'm gonna only go down to about there. Keep his chest there, chest hairs. Every man likes his chest hairs, right? So I'll keep that there. And then I'll just kind of touch that up a little bit. And these clippers are great, you know, they're not gonna cut your dog up or anything like that. So again, I'll stop for a minute and make sure it's not too hot. Yep, it's all right, it's not too hot, so I can keep going. So I'll keep going. Lift this up a little bit, bud. You see? We got that pretty good. I got that there, and now I'm gonna go to his ears so you guys can see that. What you do is I get under him and make him pretty much flat, and then I just do one quick swipe across. And then you can kind of go around. So just take him out, make sure that you're not you know, hitting those flats. And make sure they're obviously holding still. Hold still, please. So there's one side. Let me do the other side real fast. Same thing, I try to keep it flat like that. Now I'm just gonna do a quick drag across it. Pull all that off. Do the same thing on the other side, pull it off. So I'm gonna probably stop here for 1 minute and get all this hair off the table because he's kind of sliding with his feet. So I'm gonna stop for 1 second, clean this hair off. You guys can see how we've already got him down, got his body, kind of got most of his head, his ears, and we'll get right back to you real soon. All right, now I've cleaned up a little bit of this area here. So we got it so he doesn't slip around everywhere and slide. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on his face. He's a mess in his face area. So a few little tips, tricks and tips you wanna do on the face is when you're doing the beard, you wanna kind of cut at an angle, you know? So you've got this jawline going that way, on both sides, going that way. And then on their eyes, when you have the eyes, you want to go kind of cut like an angle that way as well. And there's a certain scissors that you can get that have it kind of curved, that kind of helps that line go. I don't have those, so I just kind of do a quick cut there and a quick cut on the other side as well. But those are a few little things that make it really easy to do their faces. But I can kind of show you what I do. I use the trimmers for most of it, and then I use scissors for a few of the areas around the eyes. But a lot of people like to do the scissors around their faces because it's just easier when dogs are wiggling a lot. But these guys are usually pretty easy and simple for me. So we'll start with the trimmers. Okay, so like I said, I came up halfway right here on his head. So I'm just gonna kind of trim, go right up to his line there on his unibrow, or on his unibrow, on his brows there. So right about there, and I'll come back around and I'll go right there where that's where I'm gonna start so I'm gonna go there, and I'm actually gonna take that all the way around. So I'm gonna go here, and this is gonna be my line all the way around his head. So I'll make sure I got myself a nice little line. Be careful around his ears. You see your ear for me. Hold on, let's go. So I'm gonna pull his ear back. And any sudden movements, you gotta be careful because that could easily flip him and he would not be happy. So that gives me a good start. And actually I'll probably go a little bit further back here, because you want to get as close as you can to that eyebrow when you do that line there. And that way it gives them a good Schnauzer look when they do that. See, as it's starting, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it develop there because we've got that line going. And be careful not to take up too much of that. From his eyebrow, because those are the best parts of the Schnauzer, because they're big old eyebrows, cute little eyebrows. Okay, I've got this side going, doing the same thing on the other side. I'll kind of turn him. Come here, Lonnie, whoops. Come here, turn, this way, there you go. Yep, turn your head. People are going in and out of the house, so he's looking, wants to know what's going on. Stay here. Stay. So I'm holding his snout. Hold. Stay. Oh boy. Just talking to him, letting him know what's going on. And then again, there's that line I'm gonna draw right here. So I'm gonna draw that line. He's looking to see who's out over there. People coming in and out. Okay, hold on. Let's go. Let them look for a minute. Okay, people are going in and out. Okay, did you get your look? You got your fill? Okay, now let's turn back around now. I'll let you look for a minute. You're all done looking for a minute. We'll finish him off. Let him have his piece, and I'll have mine, huh? We have our minutes. He has his understandings, I have my understandings. That way we get along real well. Now, underneath, gonna get underneath here real quick. Make sure that I've got all the hair that's underneath there. Okay, by his ear. Okay, so now his line there on his face, on both sides there. Oh, and there's the spot. Guys, same, just make sure you got that good line. So it goes right up to his eye there. And you can get as close as you need to if you want to get it even a little bit closer. I might even do that, but for now it's at least a good start. So there, he's got his kind of head done up to that point. And then we just got to kind of now mess with this area and get that going. That's the part he really hates. Huh. That's okay. We'll figure it out together. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start going down the center here. And this is the hard part here. So you wanna make sure that their head is really, really, really still. You can either do this with the clippers or you can do this with the scissors. So I'm gonna try it with the clippers and kind of show you guys how to do it with the clippers. And then if that doesn't work, we'll go with the scissors a little bit and show you that way. Okay, so I'm gonna hold them really still. Make sure that I get that spread right there because you want those eyebrows, like I said. I'm gonna take it right in between there. And I'm gonna make sure I keep it spread because he's gonna keep turning. Make sure he's breathing, hold his snout. And then just kind of keep going back and forth and inching it inch by inch to get in there. But if he does any quick turns, there goes his eyebrows. He's gonna look silly. But you know what? Their hair grows really, really fast. So he'll have it growing back not very, or he'll have it growing back pretty quickly. Okay, so then after you're done doing the first little run, just kind of take it and pull it out. You see how it's starting to, here, you gotta hold still for the people. Hold still for everyone. Like that. He's starting to get out there. See, we're starting to get a little bit. And I'll probably get some clippers and pull some of that out. And then also, on this part here, I'm gonna just take the clippers and kind of like slowly go up his nose right here. He doesn't like this, but you just do a little bit at a time to let him get used to it. Like that. Here, bring it back down. And I slowly grab some of his nose a little bit, the hair off of his nose. Stay still. Because that way, all that fur that's gonna go down and it's just gonna keep collecting and make this really big right here. You can start trimming that out to how you like it. Come here. I know everyone's going in now. You want to see what's going on. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off that nose because sometimes that gets going a little bit. Just like that. See, once he gets used to it, it's not so bad. Hold still. Okay. There. Then we'll go back to his eyes. I'm going to go from up here so I can get a better visual. He's not as easy as my other dog. My other dog will hold still the whole time. But then he's a little bit younger. I'll go to the scissors and kind of cut this area out so you guys can see where I'm talking about right here. So I just kind of clip this a little bit because it's really, really thick right now. And that way I can see where I'm going. Hold on. And other people have different clippers that work for different things. I just have these ones that came with the cutter. So that's what I'm using. And then I just kind of like take this and go around how I like to make him look, make the Schnauzer look. So, and he's got some eyeballs. Your eyes, dude, you're going crazy right now. So now you can see we're starting to get his eyes to look a little bit more like the Schnauzer eyes and cut off a lot of this crazy messy stuff that just does not need to be there. Usually he'll let me use the clippers, but I think, like I said, people are making him a little nervous. So let me show you how I do his eyes real fast. So we've got his eyes like this. And what I'm gonna do is I bring them up with my fingers like that. And then I kind of just take a quick look at them, and I'll just go like this. And they're pretty light. They're already pretty low, so I don't need to cut off a lot. But a lot of Schnauzer's eyebrows, like my other dog that I just barely did, they were very long. So, but his are actually pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll take them. You take them like down here, and then you go upwards like this. You see that? Just like that. Now he's got that Schnauzer look. And this one, I'll do the exact same thing. This one's kind of curving. And I'll take it on an angle. And I'll go down like that. And that way he's got the Schnauzer. Oh, that didn't help. The other Schnauzer's causing problems now. So, now I've got that look. I'll grab his brush. Take a look at his beard now. We'll start working on his beard a little bit. So now I'll do his beard real fast for you so you can see how we do that. So you notice how it's kind of like all over, not really in a good shape. So you actually want to cut it. You want to take this and you want to cut it so it's kind of going like this. His jawline is coming up this way. So you want to take that and cut it that way. So we'll do that if he lets us do that today. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it up because they have a good cut line. He looked like a mess. Hold on. Getting a little jittery. Hold on. I know people are looking at you. They're not talking about you. They're just looking. No one cares. No one cares. And you can tell there's a ton in there that I didn't get. So we're going to come back this way now that I've made that look. Cut that out. Oh, yeah. So much more handsome. Okay. Now we're going to turn it in. Now, really the only thing that we got to do left for him is just his face part right here. Get this to go down and get his eyes a little bit more clean in that area. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to take this off. Right here. Because this is just a nightmare. And it's just really thick. Hold on. I'll just trim this up a bit. Okay. And the other side. Same on the other side. And really a lot of it is just kind of looking at him and seeing how you like him. And then trimming it up. So that's what I do on his face. As you can tell on his eyes, around the sides here, it needs to be cut a little bit closer. So I'm going to cut down there by his eyes. And then here by his snout, because when I had the trimmers, it wasn't cooperating. I take off a bit there because that was getting a little too shaggy. So now he's letting me cut with him. That was just getting to be a little too much. He's just got a lot going on there. Let me see. So once you kind of get the look you want, you can kind of just mold off of that. All right, let me see. Okay, so I've trimmed him up basically at this point. Went and did his entire body. Basically, for the most part of it, I just used my Andis, and I got a size 12 with this with the head on there. And just went in and kind of blended it in and got all these little parts with that, made it go pretty quick. And then what I couldn't get, or I just wanted to get a little bit closer, I used the clippers and got the kind of the stragglers that were out, and made sure that I kind of cut along this his skirt that goes down this way, and got the stragglers going around there to make it blend in a little bit, and also his chest. And then finished all of that out. A few little spots here still as I finish it up. And then on his face, like I said, he was being a little snooty with his face, so I just grabbed the scissors and did a lot of fine tuning on his face there. As you can tell, he's kind of all done there. So he's done, and he's ready to go play with his brother. So thanks again. Hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions or any comments, just throw them in the comments and I can help out. And again, like and subscribe.